Onegaishimasu. All right, so welcome to fundamentals training. Okay, so one of the things I've been putting out a lot of different videos for a lot of different types of training. Kata, kumite, Junbyondo. Today we're going to focus on our fundamentals, our dachi, our kihon. So dachi is our stance, kihon is our basics. Okay, now this video is for all students. Okay, let me explain. I know sometimes when a student, they start to move up in the ranks and they're learning kata, they spend a lot of time practicing routine of kata. Okay, that's terrific. All right, it's really important to know the routine of kata. However, to build your kata, you have to be very proficient with your fundamentals, your basics. Okay, I've been training karate for over 37 years and I still practice my basics. Okay, what is kata? It is combinations of basics. So if you have sloppy basics, you're going to have sloppy kata. So even if you are, black belt, a high rank Q grade, been training for a year or training for a month, this video is to help pull everything together for you. Okay, maybe there was something you were missing when you were training. Let's sharpen up, let's get strong. Okay, first let's start with dachi. So dachi is our stance. Okay, today we're only taking 4 dachi. Okay, Heisoko dachi, which is our closed foot stance. Okay, Musubi dachi, which is our attention stance. Heiko dachi, which is our parallel stance, and Hachiji dachi, which is our open toe stance. Okay, so these are our general stances that we'll use when we're working out, Heisoko dachi during our Junbyondo. Also, Heisoko dachi will hit in some kata. Okay, Musubi dachi is our attention stance. This is where we start all our kata from. Okay, and we even hit this stance in kata. For example, kata saifa. All right, Heiko dachi is our parallel stance. Okay, and this is a very common stance, and we will work it parallel, we'll work it right side and left side. Okay, and then Hachiji dachi, our open toe stance, you'll start to see in the Gekusai kata, and we'll eventually work it into when we're doing saifa. So let's just work on getting to the foot positions. Now remember, when we measure our stances, it's the length or the size of your foot. Okay, so if I'm moving my feet out, my foot length is built specifically for my body. Okay, so let's try that. All right. So from this position, let's put our feet together. So this is Heisoko dachi, okay, closed toe, all right? So both of our feet are together, okay? All right, now from this position, we pull out to our 45s, heels are together. This is Musubi dachi. This is our attention stance, okay? And the biggest thing about when we're in stance is we want to maintain that neutral spine, good posture, okay? From here, we're just going to pivot out on the balls of the feet and move the heels out. So now this is our Heiko dachi stance. Notice my feet are under my shoulders. They're not wider than my shoulders, okay? So Heiko dachi is shoulder width, okay? Or may I say under the shoulder width, okay? We don't want to be too wide in our Heiko dachi. Our final stance, we're pivoting on our heels and pushing those toes out to that 45 again. So Hachiji dachi is essentially Heiko dachi with a 45-degree angle on each foot. And if I was to slide out to my Shiko dachi, my feet would already be in place, okay? So from here, let's straighten the toes to Heiko dachi, heels together, Musubi dachi, and toes together, Heisoko dachi. Okay, so let's come out again, ready? Heisoko dachi, Musubi dachi, Heiko dachi, Hachiji dachi, and right back in, Heiko dachi, Musubi dachi, Heisoko dachi. All right, let's bring them out to Musubi dachi. Okay, so what I want you to do is pause the video and work your feet through those stance. So whatever you bring your feet out to, you should be able to bring them right back. Okay, so once the feet pivot out, we're not sliding or picking them up or moving them. Okay, so practice these 4 stances. I'm going to have a lesson sheet attached with this video. So when you get your email, check for that attachment so you can see all the words and you can see the translations, okay? So this is a good fundamental lesson for you guys. Okay, so let's move into ukewaza. Uke means block or to receive, okay? So waza is technique, so we're doing blocking technique. We're going to take our 4 basic kihon, our 4 basic blocks, okay? So from here, hands are up. Let's roll those fingers, thumbs in. Good hikite. Hikite is our chamber. Now notice my elbows aren't flying out away from my body. I'm pulling them to the center of my spine, okay? I'm standing in heikodachi, that parallel stance. So right now we should feel nice and comfortable. However, our weight on our feet is 50-50, but when we go front to back, it's 60-40. So I'm pushing my weight slightly forward into the ball of my feet. Okay, this way I have a good strong stance. This is a good thing to practice. Okay, so hands back in the chamber. We're going to do some single hand blocking. So jodan age uke, upper rising block. So from here we're coming across our body and we're just going to twist the arm as we rotate above. It's just above my eyes. Okay, so I don't want to get too high up because I don't need to protect the space between my hand and my head. I just need to protect my head. Okay, and let's go. Good hikite, pull. And across and switch and pull. All right, so we're going to do some single hand blocks. Ready? Each, ni, san, shi, go, roko, shichi, hachi, ku, jo. Excellent. All right, so from here, come across and bring that hand up. So for now, we're going to do our double hand block. Nice and slow, we come across our body. So we don't want to come short because a lot of times I'll see students come here and come up. So we've just missed this whole side of our body. So from here, we come all the way across, okay? Now, as I'm pulling this hand across, I'm bringing this hand in, okay? This arm is going to eventually become our parry. So we're going to parry and block, okay? So from here, just bring this hand over, this one slightly in. We run the blocking hand on the outside, and here's my block, okay? Good hikite, nice and slow. Ni, this one comes to the inside of the arm. San, shi, go, roko, shichi, hachi, ku, jo. Yeah, I'm gonna shake them out. Excellent. Okay, so if you heard the rubbing of my arms against my body and against one another, that's called muchimi. That's our heavy, sticky motion. It's really important that we do that. All right, when we're blocking, we don't want to keep our arms away from our body because what we're doing is we're taking away the power from the muscles, okay? Plus, we want to keep things strong, so we want to keep it close to our body. For example, if you've ever tried to lift a box and you reach out and try and lift like this, okay, it's very difficult. But if you get close to the box and pull it into your body and lift, you're using your big muscles, okay, and you're not straining your joints when you do this. So from this position, all right, hands pull back. Let's do 4 more. High blocks up, rub, rub, to block. Each, ni, san. All right, shake them out. All right, let's checklist. Okay, were your elbows pulled in? Did you have a tight fist? Was your chamber in the proper space or was it hanging down low? Okay, when you're blocking and working fundamentals, best way to do it is in a mirror. Then you can go through this checklist and you can see what you're doing. Okay, you can check your levels, angles of your arm, pulling your hands in the chamber properly. Okay, so what you do is pause the video and do 100 repetitions of Jodan age uke. All right, here we go. Moving on. Our second block, Chudan yoku uke, middle outside block. Okay, so we're blocking to the side. Okay, so we have 2 types of middle blocks. One moves inside the body, one moves outside. So this is the one that's a little more difficult. So hands up, let's have proper fist pull here. Now notice, my hand is the same level as my shoulder, okay? Okay, my elbows are in. I don't want to have space in here. Here, twisting into the metal, so we're protecting our body. Now, we come across our body and we're into our armpit here. Shoulders stay relaxed, right? And we block across our body. So this is our outside block. Come under, ready, and we just switch and block. All right, so let's drop and shake. So we're gonna start with a single hand movement and then we'll come back to those doubles, all right? So from our hands pull back, come across our body, single hand. Now notice, between my hand and my elbow, I covered my entire Chudan area. This is where we're protecting, all right? Hand pull back, let's go. Opposite hand, ready, knee, and pull. San, shi. This is our biggest middle block. Go, roko, sichi, hachi, ku, jo. Excellent. Let's bring this arm out. Let's work on our doubles. So crossing into our chamber, or excuse me, into our armpit, okay? What we're going to do is this hand slightly moving in. This is our parry. We're going to block to the outside and pull our chamber. Ready? Ni. San. Shi. Go. 5 more. Let's checklist. Are your elbows in? Are your fists tight? Proper chamber. Shoulders relaxed. Roko. Sichi. Hachi. Ko. Jo. Yeah, man, shake them out. Excellent. All right, so what you do, pause the video, 100 repetitions. Go. All right, hope that went well for you. Now remember, at any given time, you can pause, rewind, and repeat if you're not quite getting the motion down. Okay, so this is what this video is for. It's a fundamental video where you can just take your time. Let's go into Chudan Uchiuki. So we're going to do 4 basic blocks today. Right. Hands hold back. This is our third. We're going to bring this hand up by our ear. And now we're going to bring this across our body this way. So imagine if a spear was coming into your body. Would I want to stop my block here? No. So I'm going to pull this. So whatever I'm blocking goes by me. Okay? So let's work some single hands. Up by your ear, and pull it away. Hand comes up, knee, and pull it away. San, pull it away. Shi, pull it away. Go. Rok. Sich. Hach. Ko. Jo. Excellent. Let's go this arm. Remember, we're doing a mirror image. All right, so what we're going to do is double hand. So this hand comes up, and as I block down, this hand pulls back here. Ready? Ni. San. Shi. Go. Roko. Sichi. Hachi. Ko. Jo. Yeah, man, shake them out. Excellent. All right, you know what we're doing now. Pause that video, 100 repetitions. All right, so let's move on. So the next one, Gedan Harayuke, our downward sweeping block, okay? So we started Jodan Agyuke, upper rising, Chudan Youke, middle outside, Chudan Uchi Uke, Uchi meaning inward, so middle inward block. Now Gedan Harayuke, lower sweeping block, okay? So from here, we're going to pull our hands back, nice tight. This hand comes up. Chambers, the initial movement's different. All these other movements were coming from here for a high, here for a middle, outside for Chudan. Now this one comes up. From here, we're not just going to drop our arm. We're going to cover our face. So I'm using this part of my arm to block my face and relax. and pull. And bring this hand up and cover and relax and pull. So remember in warm-ups in our Jumbyondo, when we warm our arms up, this is the motion for this block, okay? So my arm comes up, I block that face and relax, right? So it's circular this way. All right, let's go for 10 single hands. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, roko, shichi, hachi, ko, jo. Excellent. Let's bring this arm down. So now the double hand, bring this hand up. As this one comes across, this one comes in here, right? And then we block down in chamber. And this one comes up and we block in, down, chamber. Let's go for 10 nice and slow. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, roko, shichi, hachi, ko, jo. Yummy, shake them out. All right, pause the video, 100 reps. Excellent. All right, so ukewaza is probably the more difficult of all of our basic technique, just because we have two arms going in different directions. Now we're going to move into sukewaza. Okay, sukewaza is our punching technique, or suki also means to thrust. Okay, so it's a straight line technique. Okay, so from here, what we're going to do, hands pull back. We're going to go for chokozuki. Choko means straight. Okay, sometimes you hear seiken chokozuki. Seiken means four fist, or the two big knuckles, and these are the knuckles that we are aiming with. So here, so four fist would be these two knuckles. Okay, keep in mind when we punch, this is straight. We don't want twisted out, bend, right? The ski jump, you know, it's a nice straight line. And this is important because when we practice proper punching, well, just watch. It becomes proper blocking, okay? We don't want to block with that bent wrist, twisted, angled, anything funny like that. It's just like our punching hand. All right, so hands pull back. Let's put our right arm out, and remember we're mirror imaging. So let's go up towards our chin level, all right? Nice and slow. We're gonna twist this hand, twist this one out. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, roko, shichi, hachi, ko, jo. All right, so let's go for 10 fast. Ready? Ich, ni, san, shi, go, roko, shichi, hachi, ko, jo. Excellent. Let's drop this down to our mon level. So where my mon is, okay, this is my heart. Okay, this is my chudan level. Nice and slow. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. All right, quick, let's checklist. Tight fist, pull chambers, elbows in, proper level, roko, shichi, hachi, ko, jo. All right, let's go 10 strong. Ready? Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ko, jo. Excellent. From here, drop this down about a fist length below my belly button. This is blind bladders. This is gedan, low. Okay, now remember, gedan is from suigetsu, below. All right, suigetsu is our solar plexus. Let's go slow. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ko, jo. All right, here we go. 10 strong. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ko, jo. And shake them out. Excellent. Okay, So what we worked was 3 levels: Jodan, Chudan, Gedan. Jodan is your upper level, Chudan is your middle level, Gedan is your lower level. Okay, notice I haven't been kiaing, okay? I want you to focus on the technique. Go slow, build it up. Once you start to work power, then you can implement your kiai. Now remember, the word kiai is 2 parts. Ki, Ki, and I, Ai. Ki is your spirit or your energy. I means to harmonize. So we harmonize our energy. So on that very last punch, we let it out. We let our ki go, right? And it's to bring all of our energy together into that moment of impact, okay? Right now, because of the whole situation going on in around the world, I'm not kiaing in the house because I have family members working around me, so I'm being polite and courteous. But if you have a space where you can do that, please remember, kiai is just as important as the technique because it is a big part of our technique. Okay? So remember, the kiai isn't a scream from our throat. Okay, it is air we push from our tanden. Okay, so from here, everybody just take a deep breath in through your nose. Now, from here, breathe out through your mouth. Try it again. In. Okay, a couple of ways you can practice your kiai is you can work on a H sound with a vowel. Usually, I is an easy one. This right. Okay, I'll go nice and quiet. He is another one with an E. Hey, hey. I shouldn't feel it here. I should feel it coming out. Okay. If you really want to try and put a little bit of grr behind it. Yeah. E-I-E. Yay! Yay! And you're letting that ki come out of you. So practice your ki. Okay. But please, don't do it when people are working or trying to take a nap. And definitely don't do it when someone is driving and you're in the back seat. Not a safe thing to do, especially if you really get a hold of it and you learn how to do it and it becomes very powerful. All right, so this is what we're going to work on with your 10th technique of every movement. So if you're doing 100 repetitions, every 10th one, put in a powerful kiai. Okay, so pause the video. And what you're going to do is work 50 punches Jodan, 50 punches Chudan, 50 punches Gedan. All right, great. So by now, I think you guys should have a pretty good sweat going. So let's move on. So from here, hands pull back. We're going to work Agezuki, okay, rising punch. So from here, just out of the chamber, we come out to chin level. So notice I'm here. Kind of looks like a middle block, but a middle block would be out here. This is here because we're punching to a chin. Ready? Ni, san, shi, go, roko, sichi, hachi, ko, jo. Excellent. Let's go for 10. Ready? Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, sich, hach, go. Jo, nice job. All right, shake them out. So notice I'm doing slow and strong with you. But then I'm going to tell you to do what? That's right, pause. I want you to do 100 punches, 100 rising punches, and then come back in. Okay, why am I working 10 strong and then telling you to do 100? Because I want you to see that I'm being patient. I'm taking my time. I'm not doing this. A strong, fast punch is from here to here. And then I can set and then here. And then set. And even if I'm doing doubles, here, I still have to complete each punch, okay? So the biggest thing about practicing fundamentals is take your time. You can't do it fast if you can't do it slow. And this is one of the biggest things. Everybody is so anxious to learn kata, and they haven't really worked on making those fundamentals strong. The kata doesn't become strong, okay? Remember, strong fundamentals, strong kata. Sloppy fundamentals, sloppy kata. They don't magically get better just because we're putting them into a pattern. All right, so from here we're going to work Kagezuki. This is our hook punch. Hands pull back. So from here, we're bringing this arm up, kind of like a chicken wing, and we're just pulling and punching into side of our chin. Ready? Ni, san, shi, go. Let's do some from the side so you can see. Roko, shichi, hachi, ko, jo. All right, let's go for 10. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ko, jo. Yeah, man, shake them out. All right, so what I want you to do from here, 100 repetitions, okay? See you in a minute. All right, you guys ready? All right, so I said see you in a minute, but it probably took you a little bit more than a minute. Remember, be patient. All right, one last punch, Kizami-zuki. Kizami is our jab, okay? Traditionally, when we do our jab, it's from a kamae position, so my hands are up. Now, if I turn sideways, notice my hands are away from my body this way, okay? A big mistake for students is to jab out and pull back into here. See the difference in where this hand is over here and this one is, okay? If I jab and pull it back to here, I'm back in a ready position if I need to block. If I do this, does this really leave me a lot of space to protect myself? No. So let's do some jabs, slow. I'll turn sideways. Ich, out and back. Ni, out and back. I'm not pulling back to go forward. I'm just pushing right up. Ready? Shi, go. All right, turn this way. Roko. This is going to your face level. Shichi, hachi, ko, jo. Okay, so relax for a minute. We're gonna do 10 strong. But I want you to understand, a jab is not a power technique. It's a fast, snappy technique. We're punching towards the nose, towards the eyes. Remember, this is a technique that will also help distract, okay? So if I throw it fast and I hit the nose, the eyes will water. Or if I throw it up in the face area, it's going to block their vision for a split second where I can come through with a second technique, maybe power technique, okay? Hands are up, so here we go. Remember, as fast as it goes back, it comes back twice as fast. Ready? Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, go, jo. All right, shake them out. 100 repetitions, go. All right, we're back. So we're moving on to uchiwaza. This is our striking technique, okay? So it's funny because if we go back to blocking, we did chudan uchi uke, which is a middle inward block. Uchi means inward in that instance, but when we say uchiwaza, this means strike, okay? So striking technique. So we're gonna start off, tight fist, elbows together. What we're gonna do is urakenuchi, our back fist, okay? Why? Because in our first kata, we have urakenuchi, back fist. All right, so I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see. Here, I'm in here, this is just below my eye level. It's going to hinge out and hinge on the wrist. Hinge out, hinge on the wrist. So this is part of that weapon. We snap it, okay? All right, here we go, ready? Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ko, jo. Okay, so when this comes out, I am striking with those two big knuckles. Here, this way, okay? All right, let's go 10 strong. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ko, jo. Excellent, shake them out. So there's a lot of different ways we can do uraken, okay? We can work from this position and striking low, we can strike middle, we can strike jodan, okay? I can strike like I'm coming off the side for saifa. However, my focus today for fundamentals is for you to understand how this hinge and this hinge work together. Here, don't squeeze your hand as tight as you can when you practice this, okay? What I want you to do is focus on squeezing that thumb and these two knuckles. These can lighten up a bit, but that will help you get that thing. It shouldn't be open hand. It shouldn't be this. It's closed fist strike, okay? 100 repetitions, go. All right, so now we're going to move on. We're coming into hijate. Hijiate is our elbow strike. So ate is another word for strike, okay? So we're going to take age, hijiate. Where do we hear that word already? That's right, jodan agiuki, upper rising block. So we're going to do agezuki, rising elbow. All right, hands pull back. So from here, this comes up. So my elbow is striking to the chin, but my fist is tateken, okay? It's vertical. So I don't want my fist twisted this way. I want it up and down here. Kind of like I'm holding an ice cream cone and I miss my mouth. It's coming right next to my ear and the elbow is angled in. All right, let's go slow. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, roko, sichi, hachi, ko, jo. Excellent, 10 strong. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, sich, hach, go, jo. All right, shake them out. All right, did anybody hit themselves? If so, don't do that. All right, I'm speaking from experience. I've caught myself before. I'm really getting into training and pow. Right, it's really important to go slow and learn the arm positions before you go fast. So what I want you to do is work 100 repetitions. All right, moving on. We're going to work on mawashi hijiate. So this is a circular elbow strike. Okay, so our hands pull back. We're going to lift this arm up like that chicken wing and it comes across our body this way. So that elbow is striking our chin level. Ready? Ni, san. Notice I'm pulling this hand right back to the chamber. Shi. And your elbow should be pointing right at me. Go. Roko. Sichi. Hachi. Ko. Jo. All right, let's go for 10. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Ro. Sich. Mach. Go. Jo. Yeah, man, shake them out. Excellent. All right, 100. Go. All right. So, what we're going to do next, our last strike for today, shuto uchi. Shuto means knife hand, okay? And shuto uchi, we do a couple different ways, okay? So, we're going to work shuto uchi palm up, okay? To teach you the fundamentals, the basics of movement for this, proper hand position. Eventually, when you start doing kata giksa-ichi, it changes and it works opposite, okay? So let me get in here nice and close so you can see. Shuto, first, thumb has to be into the palm, tight palm. See my fingers? They do not have to be together like this because if I'm doing this, I'm focusing on the fingers and we are striking here, okay? Shuto means knife hand. So it's the pinky side of the palm here when we strike. Okay, so let's pull our hands back in the chamber. Palms are up, all right? So just like that middle inward block, hand comes up to our ear. We're going to circle in, and this is right at my neck level. Ready? Ni, san, shi. And this hand pulls straight back. Go, roko, sichi, hachi, ko, jo. Excellent. Let's go for 10. Ready? Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, sich, hach, ko, jo. And shake them on. Nice job. All right. So you got 100 of those. Ready? Go. All right. So we're coming into our last section for today. Notice I've been doing fours. Okay, 4 stances, 4 uke, 4 suke, 4 uchi. Now we have 4 keriwaza, 4 kicking technique. All right. When we are practicing, okay, it is very important to understand that we are training Gojuru Karate Do. Okay, and in Gojuru, our kicks are predominantly waist level and below. However, we do train high kicks for stamina, for flexibility, things like that. Keep in mind, okay, when you're practicing, okay, I have a lot of students that have started at different stages of their lives. and a high kick might not ever be something obtainable for them. That's fine, okay? When I was young and I was competing, oh, my kicks were flying around, they were up here. As I grow older, my body changes and my knowledge changes. My kicks are waist level and below. They're more effective, they're more powerful, okay? So it's really important to practice and build this for you. So today, when we are working on these fundamentals, I'm going to ask for no higher than our OB level, okay, our waist level, okay? However, if you have limited flexibility or you have an injury, okay, between the knee and the hip level is perfectly fine, okay? So we're going to start off with Mai Geri, front kick, okay? So our Mai Geri, we chamber to the front, okay? So from here, we're in Hikodachi still, hands are up, okay? Remember that jabbing position, my hands are out here, all right? That's where we want our hands. That way, if we need to jab or block, we're ready. So from this position, let's just do a 4-count kick. What we have to do is keep in mind, we are going to stay in good posture. So don't lean to the side. So lift your knee up here, all right? I have a nice straight line, nice straight back. So this is our first position, Ichi, holding our knee. Our second position is extend. Our third position is pulling back, our rechamber. And our fourth position is placing our foot back down. Now, if this is difficult for you to do, okay, no problem. Grab a chair. And what you're going to do is hang on to that chair and take the balance out of it. And then what you can do is take your time and work on the fundamental movements. Work on the extension and pulling back. And even though you're not taxing your core because you're trying to focus on that balance, you're working on the mechanics and you're strengthening the muscles that are going to be doing this exercise, okay, or this technique. So if you need that chair, pause the video, go grab your chair and come right back. Okay, so now let's work on that opposite side. So for your hands are up, we're gonna lift, that's it, 1. We're gonna extend, that's 2. We're gonna retract it, and then we're gonna place it down. Excellent. So that's a 4-count kick. I want you to pause the video, and I want you to do 10 4-count kicks. All right, how'd that work out for you guys? Excellent. Let's move it to a 3-count kick. Ready? Hands are up. So we lift our knee up here. Our next count is out and back. That's our snap. And place our foot down. Let's work our other side. Then lift, knee, and put it down. Let's do 2 more. Ready? Each, knee, sun. Ready? Each, knee, sun. All right, put them down. So what you do is pause your video. 10 more. All right, welcome back. So now we're going to do nice, slow Mai Geri. Hands are up. Ready? Lifting each, knee. Let's checklist. Are our hands up? Okay? When you're kicking, try not to let your hands come away from your body. If this is an issue, I have a solution. You can take your OB off. Or if you're not wearing your OB, just get your OB. You're going to fold it 1 time, 2 times. Okay? Here you go. My hands are now up. All right? And then we can practice our kicking without dropping our hands. Okay. So from here, let's work on those 4 slow. Hands are up. Ready? Each, knee, san, shi, go, roko. Let me turn sideways so you can watch me. Shichi, hachi, ko, jo. Excellent. All right, shake them out. So if you're having a hard time keeping that leg up, you can always work on a little incentive. Give yourself some incentive. You can stack up cushions, or you can find something that isn't going to injure you if you hit it. For example, I'm not suggesting you guys use a weight bench, but this is okay for me. I'm standing up so my toes are right about maybe 1/8 of an inch off. That way I don't hook my foot when I pick this up. My hands are here. I lift, I kick, I rechamber, I put it down. this way. Here, so this makes me keep my leg up. If I kick and flop it down, I hit the bench. If I don't kick my knee high enough, I kick the bench. So this is just a training aid that will help you. So what I suggest is stack up some cushions or some pillows, or maybe have someone hold an obi just at your knee level, okay? You don't want to be higher than your knee level, just below your knee level. This way we can get our proper technique here. Okay, so pause the video, 100 kicks. All right, so we're moving on to Yokogiri side kick. Now, you get the idea of how to do 4-count kicks, so we're not going to work on those. That's going to be on you, okay? Practice your 4-count, practice your 3-count. So what we're gonna do is move along. We're gonna work Yokogiri, so our side kick. All right, so from here, hands are up. What you're gonna do is we're gonna lift that knee up, okay? But remember, it's really important that we look, okay? So let's place it down. Let's work on that. Hands are up, so now lift the other leg and look. Place it down. And knee, san, shi. Okay, so the head and the legs are kind of connected, right? We don't want to throw a blind technique. All right, so hands are up. So what we're going to do is work nice and slow. So we're going to lift, and as we look, remember, we can go between the knee and the hip, lift and kick out and bring it back. And hands are up and look the other way, knee. Always bringing back, and you can do the same type of training with the cushions, standing sideways, right up against it. Now, keep in mind, you don't want to be too far away where your foot is just going over whatever it is you've stacked up. You need to be close enough to be able to lift and get your whole leg over whatever it is you're training with. All right, let's go for a few slow. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, ko, jo. All right, so I hope nobody was looking at me when you were practicing that, because remember, you're looking where your technique is going. All right, so you have 100 of those. Ready? Go. All right, so we're coming down to the end. We have 2 techniques left. We're gonna work on Ushio-giri, our back kick, all right? I love to work on Ushio-giri because it really helps build our core. Now this is something you can also hold onto that chair with too, to work on the mechanics of this. So from here, it's the same chamber. We lift to the front. However, we haven't talked about foot position yet, okay? When we were kicking Mai-geri, we were just working mechanics of the legs. But what we want to do is eventually be able to push the instep down, pull the toes back and strike with koshi, the ball of the foot. How do we work on that? Oh, hold on. You went through your Jumyondo today, I hope. Remember this, where we lift our heels off the floor? We are up on koshi. And then it is actually putting our foot in a Mai-geri position, okay? So we want to kick out, but we extend our instep forward, pull our toes back, strike with koshi. Now, Yokogiri. We were working on mechanics for that side kick, but we didn't talk about the foot, okay? What we're doing is pushing our heel out, okay? Our foot is flat, toes aren't pointing to the ceiling. Toes, if I'm kicking here, my toes are pointing towards the video screen. I'm pushing my blade edge of the foot out. It's called Sukoto. It's the outside of that foot. So I'm pushing the heel and Sukoto out this way, and I'm striking with the side of my foot, okay? So Sukoto is the striking area for a side kick. Now we're into our Ushio-giri, which is a back kick, and you've guessed it, that's right, Kakato, our heel. So we're going to work on first the mechanics for the hips. All right, so I'm gonna turn this way just so you guys can see. So first thing we wanna do, good posture, we lift our knee up. This is like a one-legged bow here, okay? And the reason I do this one-legged bow is to turn my hips, okay? Because if I try to do a back kick from this posture, my leg goes into the floor and all the stress goes into my back. So if I chamber here and I bend, I turn my hips. Now I've loaded my muscles, so I'm ready to explode with that kick, right? It's kind of like that mule kick, right? They always tell you never walk behind a horse, or right? Well, it's powerful, and that's what we're trying to develop here. So from here, we lift and we bend, and then we shoot back, right? So it comes straight out. We're not turning our hips. So I'm going to turn around so you can see proper back kick. And I'm going to show you how not to do it as well, all right? So you understand the difference. So from here, if I lift, I'm looking over my shoulders so I can see behind me. Here, shoot it straight out. I don't want to do this because if I open my hip, now what am I throwing? That's right, side kick. So we keep our hips square and shoot the leg straight back. If I turn my hip to open, it becomes a different kick. All right, so let's work on hands are up. Let's just work on the bow. All right, right side. H, bow, knees pointing towards the floor, and then bring it back up. Knee. All right, now, as we bow, try and look over that shoulder. San, looking behind you. Shi, looking behind you. All right, so what I want you to do, pause your video, work 15, 20, okay, whatever you need to get this part down. Okay, let's add the kick in. We're only working slow. Hands are up. Okay, ready? Each. And make sure you re-chamber. Knee. And I see a lot of students that like to get to here, they blast out, and then they drop it down and stand up. We want to re-chamber and then come back to posture. Ready? San. Shi. Go. Ro. Sich. Hach. Ko. Jo. And yaman, shake it out. Nice job. All right. Pause your video. Go for 100. All right. Here is the last part. Mawashi Geri roundhouse kick. There's a lot of different ways to throw Mawashi Geri. Okay. I want you to focus on your chamber. The chamber is not to the front like your first 3 kicks. This chamber, we lift to the side, okay? And our knee and foot are on the same plane, okay? So it's really important when we're doing this that we open our hip up, okay? The next thing is our feet, okay? What happens is if I lift here and I kick, it goes this way. And Mawashi Geri is a forward front, it's a forward kick. So from here, I always have my beginners pivot, chamber, so the kick comes to the front and put it out. And then what I eventually have you guys do is try to lift and pivot as you kick, okay? But if you take the pivot out in the beginning and just pivot the foot, you're already in a position to kick Mawashi Geri. Okay, now, waist level, between knee and waist level. This doesn't have to be a powerful kick, we're working mechanics. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to have you work on just the leg, and we'll talk about the foot after. All right, here we go. First, chambers. Hands out, obi level, right side. Each, knee, san, shi, go, ro. Now, keep that line. You shouldn't bend way over. I am keeping my line. Sichi, hachi, ko, jo. All right, so hands are up. So we maintain that line. A lot of students will sacrifice posture to high kick. Knee level to waist, good posture, okay? So we're going to work on hands, pivot, so that's your left foot, chamber, open, close, and put it down, straighten those feet again. Ready, pivot, knee, pivot, san, pivot, shi. Notice my leg goes out and comes back the same way. Don't kick out on one plane and drop the foot. Ready, go. Roko, Shichi, Hachi, Ko, Jo, and relax, shake them out, excellent. So, talking about our Mawashi Geri. There's a lot of different ways we can do this. If we're coming to the head, we are striking with the instep, the top of the foot, here, okay? Which means essentially we point our toes and strike here, okay? I don't like that kick coming to the body because what happens is if someone blocks and you catch an elbow, there's a lot of little bones on the top of that foot that you can break, and I don't want to see somebody get injured. So, to the face, soft area, top of the foot's okay. Now, kicking to the legs, here, okay? A lot of students like to come through and kick with the top of their foot. Legs are big, strong appendages in the body. That's when we learn how to kick with our shins, okay? Mawashi Geri, and our striking areas are shin, okay? More damage, it's a harder technique, and it's less chance of us injuring ourselves. The one I want you to work on is striking with koshi to center body mass, okay? This is the challenge for you guys, and this is why the chair is important. When we turn that hip over, it's basically like throwing a maigeri, except for what we do is turn our hip over this way. So it's like a front kick turned sideways. And the ball of the foot, you're striking into the dense part of the body. So Mawashi is circular, okay? And I want you to practice those. So don't just flop the foot out. Try and focus kicking center body mass, or here. Actually, you can come into these soft areas in between the ribs and the muscles, okay? So this was our fundamental class. I know this is a long one, but you know what? Fundamentals are the most important part of your karate training because the stronger they get, the stronger everything gets in your karate training. Okay, so whether you're a white belt, been training a month, or a black belt that's been in the dojo for years, or anywhere in between, this is a lesson you should always revisit, okay? All right, I hope everybody's doing well, and don't forget to check for the attachment, and I will see you guys soon. arigatou gozaimasu.